each and every single week at this time. Actually, starting next week, we'll actually open up this Zoom at 9:30, and we're going to have a coach that's on here with you that's going to be masterminding with you around what's going on currently in the market today, where are we winning, where are we having challenges, how can we continue to get better. And our goal every week on this is to, number one, make sure that we get your mind right and your heart right. Because how many of you would agree that if we're going to win out there, those two things have to be in alignment? Yes? Okay. It starts in here. So it's enlightenment in here, which leads to productivity out there. So you're going to be getting all the above when you come on these calls each and every single week. So thank you so much for being on. You guys are going to kick it off every week too, because I want to hear from you. So somebody tell me something today that you're grateful for, something today that's a win. Let's hear from one or two of you real quick. What do you got? What's a win or something you're grateful for to kick us off today? This is where you have to come off mute and talk to me. Come on now. I know there's something. You can even type it in the chat box. Crystal Baker, it's nice to see you back too.
Dusty, I'm grateful for my family and my health.
Come on. There you go, Tyler. Grateful for our family and our health. I'll second that. Somebody else, something you're grateful for or a big win you had this week? Rhett Campbell, I see you, bro.
Good morning, Dusty. I'll brag on Dusty. At the beginning of this year when he was coaching me, I think I put down for like 15 units for the year. And he said, man, I really think you're selling yourself short. He said, I believe in you more than that. I think you can accomplish more than that. So 19 have been closed so far, and I got 5 under contract in this month that will close. So I think that'll put me at 24 for the year. So you were right, and I just want to say thank you for always believing in me. We are both wonderful men. That one that I admire, because even when we don't see eye to eye on everything, I know we still love each other and believe in each other and support each other. So
absolutely,
that's a phenomenal man on the screen right there. If y'all don't know him, he can carry you a long, long ways, him and his family both. So I always wish you the best, brother.
Man, I love you, bro. I'm so proud of you. Come on, you threw down 15. You're gonna close out 24. Y'all give it up for Rhett. That's a stud over there in Nashville, Tennessee. Well, Franklin, Tennessee. I like that. I like that fish tank behind you too, bro. Sean said, grateful for my family, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and this amazing company we work for. Come on now. And Sandra, grateful for doing this. You're very, very welcome. So, well, hey, let me tell you what today is all about. Today is literally all about gratitude, because that's where it starts for each and every single one of us, right? Is you and I get the choice of how we show up. Would you agree with that? Okay. Like no matter what's going on in the market, no matter what's going on in the world, no matter what's going on inside our 4 walls, you and I get control of one thing, and that's the person inside our circle, and you and I get to make the choices, okay? So here at the Oglesby House, we always talk about, I've taught my kids since they were little bitty, that you make the choice and the choice makes you. In fact, their affirmation is, I choose to make good choices today because the choices I make me, right? Now they're 11 today, and we're still working on those choices between brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? So, right? Like we're still working on, do I say this to my brother? Do I say this to my sister? And they're getting, you make the choice and the choice makes you, and you and I have the exact same opportunity each and every single day as adults. Yes. Okay. That you and I make the choice on whether or not we're going to choose to be in a place of gratitude, or whether or not we're going to choose to be in a place of all the things that are going on around us. Anybody on the call ever have anything that has not gone your way? Anybody? Anybody had that happen so far today? You with me? You're like, I woke up in this, coach, right? Like this was already not my way. All right. So here's what I can promise you is, regardless of what you are going through today, right now on this call, and I don't know where all of you are at, and I'm talking personally and in business, your business today may be where Rhett's is, and you've closed more than you've ever closed, okay? Or your business today may be like, hey, coach, my story's not that, okay? I'm in a battle. I'm in a struggle. How many of you would put your hand up and go, hey, I'm there, okay? Every one of us on this screen has been in both of those places before. Yes? Okay. And in the middle of it, we can still make a choice to find out, hey, what are we grateful for right in the middle of it? All right. And here's what I know about when we put ourselves in, to me, it's a position. Okay. Does that make sense to everybody? That you and I literally put ourselves in a position of gratitude, meaning I make the choice to put myself in a position of gratitude. Here's what I found is people that put themselves in a position of gratitude show up different. Yes or no? Okay. So regardless of what's going on in our business, regardless of what's going on in our life, we can still make the choice to show up in a way where we acknowledge the things that we have in our world that are going in the direction that we desire for them to be, that we can see, hey, maybe you feel in a dark hole today, that, hey, there is a light at the end of this tunnel. Okay, you with me? All right. How many of you on the call are brand new in the real estate industry? Where are my brand new people at? Come on, Steve, I see you. Steve was in the room with me out there in Virginia. Come on, man. Anybody else brand new? A lot of you aren't on screen, which is totally okay. All right. Can I encourage you, Steve? I did not close my first sell for 4 months. Okay. I was ready to quit. Let me ask this question. This will help you, Steve. Has anybody on this call ever been ready to quit real estate? Anybody? How many of you thought that this morning already? Anybody? Okay. Like there are many, many times. Selena said not yet. Brent Germany said yes. L. Oglesby said every day. That's my bride over there. I was like, I don't know, maybe every day, right? Hey, everybody hear me. The game that we're playing today, okay, I didn't come on this call to not tell you the truth. The game we're playing today has changed. Yes or no? The game we're playing today has challenges in front of it. Yes? Okay. What I want to make sure we get focused on these calls each and every single week is one thing, and that is what you and I can control. All right. Anybody on this call able to control the market? Because if you are, I'm going to put myself on mute, and you are officially going to take over the maximum impact call. Right. So I can't control the market. Somebody give me a couple other things that we cannot control in our industry right now. Come on. What do we got? What can we not control? Other people? Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if we could? Wouldn't it be great if they would just do what we ask them to do? Okay. Like if they would actually, maybe just listen and do what they say, right? What inventory? Can't control inventory. PT, you're right. We can't control rates. NAR settlement changes, right? Michael, you're spot on. He said, we got to roll with the new ways of doing things. Okay. So here's what I can tell you. If we could spend the next 17 minutes of this call talking about all the things that we cannot control, can I tell you where I see agents mess up in the market today? Is that's what they sit around and talk about. What they can't control, right? We go grab coffee and we're talking about, oh man, interest rates. Golly, what are interest rates are going to do? Can I tell you something? I love you. I don't care what they do. Do you understand what I mean when I say that? Tyler, you tracking with me when I say that? I don't care what they do because I can't control what they do. I can only control Dusty and how I show up and how I respond to the NAR changes and how I respond to the fluctuating interest rates. You guys with me on this? So on this call every week, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what we can control. And then we're going to walk off of this call with action items that we can control that are going to make sure that you and I have the life and the business that we desire. Does that sound like a good idea to you? Craig, my buddy Craig Wilburn said, control your mindset. We need a sweatshirt, Craig, that says that. Okay. It's the way I think, and the way I think is going to lead me to the way I feel. And can I tell you something about all of us on this call? You and I, in our humanity, are very, very good at going on what we feel. That's why I want to put you in a position of gratitude, because now you're going to show up grateful as opposed to showing up complaining about everything that's not going our way. And let me just pause real quick, okay? Everybody hear me. I love you. I know that there are people on this call that things are not going your way. I get it. Okay? I totally get it. And right in the middle of that, you and I can change the way that we think and the way that we feel. Yes? I have 100% control over that. I don't have control over people or things or the market, but I do have control over Dusty and the way I show up. So I want to help get you today in that position so that you get off this call. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You got on this call one way, you're going to get off of it another way. And it's going to be a way that's going to move you forward. Okay? Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. First thing I'm going to ask you to do is, everybody right now on the call, I want you to write down 5 things that you are thankful for today, right now in this moment. In the middle of whatever you're going through, I want you to write down 5 things that you are grateful for right now today. Take a minute and do that. Five things that you are grateful for. And let's hear from a couple of you. Just read exactly what you wrote. Like, I want you to read it straight off your paper. What's a few things that you wrote down? Things that you're grateful for. Sean wrote, my relationship with God, my daughter, my girlfriend, my health in this community. Come on, Sean. I love it. What else?
I wrote my kids, the deals I have going on right now, my overall health, my family, and where I live.
I love it, Carrie. Right? All things to be grateful for. Anybody else?
My God. First and foremost, God, my family, coffee, my health, and closing 4 transactions in my first 2 months of real estate.
Come on, Steve. I love it. I love it. I love it. Sean said that they like coffee too. I don't know if you should put coffee and health in the same sentence, Steve, but you know, we'll get there. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Jackie wrote true friends. How many of you are grateful today for some true friends? Come on now. Hey, that actually leads me to my second question. Here's my second question. Who are you grateful for? Who are you grateful for? I want you to take the next minute or so, and I want you to write down at least, and I bet you can write a lot more, 5 people that you're grateful for. Can I pause before you start writing that, though? I want you to dig deep with me here, okay? And I want you to think about your life as a whole today, where you are. And I want you to write down the people that you literally would not be who you are today if it wasn't for those people. That if these people hadn't poured in to you in massive ways, that literally they help shape you, form you, create in you the person that you are. I want you to write down those people. Take a few minutes and write those people down. Okay, now as you put their name down on the piece of paper, I want you to take it one step further, And out to the right of their name, would you write down specifically why you're thankful for them? Okay, like I want you to be as specific as you can. I'll give you a quick example. I have a buddy, his name's Mitch West. Went to college with him. We did a deal at Hardin Simmons University called The Morning Show. It was terrible and funny. But about 15 years ago, I was going through an incredibly difficult time in my life. And I got a letter in the mail, and it was from my buddy Mitch West. And I opened it up, and it literally said these words: I just want you to know, Dusty, that I don't know what you're going through, but you are not alone, and I love you. And he had a check in there for $100. Okay, can I tell you what that $100 did for me 15 years ago? Can I tell you what that letter did for me 15 years ago? Are you guys tracking with me on this? I'm asking you to be that specific. Do you have people in your life like this? People who've showed up like that? Okay, and then I want to ask you a key question around this. Here's the key question. When's the last time you actually told them what you just wrote down? I think would you agree with me that that we typically don't do this? We think it, right? I know it. I know I'm thankful for them. But I want to ask you, when's the last time you actually picked up the phone and you told them specifically what's on your piece of paper right there? That you didn't just say, hey, man, I want you to know I'm so thankful for you. That you say, hey, I want you to know I'm so thankful for you. And I want to tell you why. I want to tell you why. Let me ask you this real quick. How many of you wrote down a person's name on that piece of paper who's no longer here? Would you raise your hand? Those people formed you, right? How many of you on the call, you literally wouldn't be who you are today? You wouldn't think the way you think. You wouldn't talk the way you talk. You wouldn't be in the position you're in today if it wasn't for that person. Can I tell you why I'm bringing all this up? Okay, let me show you this real quick. I'll share my screen with you real quick so you can see fully why I'm bringing it up. Everybody see that character right there on the screen? Everybody see that guy? You guys have no idea who that guy is, okay? But I do. A lot of people called him Brother Wayne, but I got to call him Dad for 32 years. Do you know what I would give for 30 seconds with that guy? To be able to tell him about my son and my daughter and my bride and my Austrian daughter. Do you know what I would give? Now you may be like, wait a second, coach, what? This is not gratitude. what are you doing over there? Okay. Like you cried. No, this is the truest form of gratitude. This is understanding that the world is way bigger than just us. You tracking with me on this? Hey, everybody hear me. It's way bigger than an interest rate. It's way bigger than a transaction. Okay? My goal today is help you to lean into truly being grateful for who you are, where you are, and how you got here. You guys with me on this? Okay? So here's the action items for you to take away from today. Okay? Here's the first thing I'm going to ask you to do. And here's what I want you to know. If you don't do it, you won't get the fullness of what we're talking about here. You'll miss what true gratitude is. I want you to pick at least one person on that piece of paper. Actually, let's do it this way. The second we get off the phone here, I want you to pick one person on that piece of paper that you can call today. How many of you wrote down a person you can call today? I want you to call them. Okay. And you ready? I'm going to give you the script. You ready? I'm going to give it to you. Ready? Here it is. I don't have one. That's it. That's the script. I don't have one. I don't have one because this is your people. These are your people. But here's what I am going to encourage you to do. Don't just call and say, I want to say thank you. I'm going to ask you to call and say, hey, I'm calling today because I want to tell you how much I love you and I want to say thank you. But I want to tell you why. And then tell them why from the core of your soul. And everybody hear me. You'll know you did it right because your voice will shake. It will be heavy on you. Okay. But can I tell you what's going to happen inside of you? This level of gratitude that maybe you've never even felt before. Okay. And can I tell you what's going to happen inside of them? Like, this is one of the coolest things ever, right? Because in one phone call, you can literally change your entire day and you can change someone else's. Okay. Do you know how many people need to hear from you today that are in the middle of stuff, that are in the middle of brokenness and tired and frustrated? And do you know what your call could do for them today? Let me make sure you understand this, okay? If you don't hear anything else, would you hear this today? One conversation may not change somebody's life, but one conversation can change somebody's life. And you can be that conversation to that person that you just wrote down. You with me? This is true gratitude. Now you may be going, like, Coach, what in the world does that have to do with my business? Let me tell you what it has to do with your business. Okay. Everybody write this down. People matter. They matter. Their lives matter. Their finances matter. Their families matter. Do you know what you and I get the gift and opportunity to do every single day and what we have chosen for a career? We get to serve people. Hey, everybody hear me. If you don't have people, you have no transactions. You have no business. You build no wealth. You with me? Relationships are the currency of 2025. You want to win in 2025? Get in relationship with people. Let me tell you what happens when you call and you share gratitude with people. You just went from knowing somebody to being in relationship with somebody. There's a difference. You tracking with me? Can I tell you somebody I'm super grateful for? Mama knows I'll do this, but she's on the screen. Her name's Elle. I call her Mama. Y'all can see her. First day she walked into the room, Josh, I thought, I'm going to get to know that girl. But I didn't want to just know her. I wanted to be in relationship with her. You guys tracking with me? That's different. That's different. You know a lot of people in your database. Are you in relationship with them? Can I tell you whose job it is to get in relationship? It's yours. Get in relationship with them. Here's a text I want you to send today as soon as you get off the call. After you've called your one, in fact, I think you should call every single person that you just wrote down, okay? That's action item number 1. Call every person you just wrote down today as soon as you get off this call. Tell them you're thankful for them and tell them why, okay? And then every day this week, leading up to next week, I want you to pick 5 more every day. I want you to pick 5 more people from your world and pick up the phone and call them. You with me? All right. Now, here's one thing I would encourage you to do too. A lot of times in 2025, people don't pick up the phone. Have y'all figured that out? It's like we forgot how to talk to each other. Okay. Everybody hear me? You don't build relationship on text. You set up a conversation, which then builds the relationship. The conversation is the relationship. If you want deeper relationships with people, you got to get in conversation with them. You tracking with me on this? All right. So here's a text to set that up. right? Write down your 5 people and send this text. I'm going to give it to you word for word. Here's what it is. Okay. Mama L, could y'all or Martina, somebody type this in the chat box. It's super simple. Here's what it is. Hey, I was thinking about you today. That's it. I want you to text that. I was thinking about you today. Do you know what that tells people? That tells people that you care. When you say, hey, I was thinking about you today. Here's the next part of the text. Can you tell me when you've got 5 minutes so we can jump on a call? I want to share something with you. Can you tell me when you've got 5 minutes, we can jump on a call? I want to share something with you. Can you do that? Pick 5 people a day. Super simple. Send the text. Hey, I was thinking about you today. Can you tell me when you have 5 minutes so we can jump on a call? I want to share something with you. And do you know what you're going to share with them when they tell you, yeah, I've got 5 minutes? You're going to share with them why you're thankful for them, and you're going to show gratitude to them. Can we handle that? If you'll do that with 5 people every single day between now and next week, just on working days, you're going to have 25 real conversations with people, and conversations build relationships. Okay. And in our world, those relationships are the currency that literally build our business. You guys tracking with me? Okay. Does this help you today? Super quick, super simple. Let's get some thoughts from you today. What's something you pulled out of today you're going to take with you? What'd you learn? What are you taking with you? I can do this all over again.
For me, it's just being more intentional as to why people mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
When I made my list, the first person to put on my list was my mom. I just lost my mom, so it was very easy to put her on that list. And then I guess be more intentional with the people who are here and taking action on that is the big thing that I took from it, because it's something that like my mom would do. So that's one of those like things I took out of this today.
Yeah. Josue, can I tell you, bro, your mom is super proud of you for the action you're taking.
Thank you, Dusty.
Standing right in, man, for your family. I love you, bro. I love it. Wendy, how about you?
I'm thankful. Yesterday we drove through Texas, and let me tell you, I was praying to Jesus and to get to Kansas and go. Okay. However, my husband, well, he became my friend too. He died last Tuesday. That's why we're here in Kansas. And he just recently, in the last 12 weeks, started calling my husband and going over his childhood and knowing, and then I said, something's not right. You need to call him, not him always call you. And then last Tuesday, his brother and sister called and said that he was dying, and they thought enough of him.
Wow.
And second of all, I'm grateful for you, Dusty. The way you showed up in that old room has forever changed me too. I'm grateful every day.
Hey, I'm grateful for how you showed up in that room. You're the one who made those changes, Wendy. I'm so proud of you. I love you. Super proud of you. Hey, do you guys see what it's all about today? You with me? This is where it starts. This is how we win. Okay. I love it. I love what Craig Wilburn just said. He said, stay focused on gratitude to level up your attitude. Hey, how many of you feel stronger right now than you did at 10 o'clock when you got on? Can you feel it? Okay. That's what I mean. Enlightenment in here is going to lead to productivity out there. Okay. I love you. Bless you. We'll see you next week. Make sure next week you're on at 9:30 Central. Okay. Make sure you're on at 9:30 Central. We're going to have a coach on here with you, masterminding with you around up-to-date market of the moment right now. And then I'm going to be jumping on at 10 o'clock, and we're going to keep diving in. All right. Thank you guys so much for being on. Bless you. We will see you a week from today. Take care. Great job
See you,
today.
Dusty.
Thanks, guys. Awesome.
Thanks, Dusty. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Angelique. Thank you. Love it. Thank you, guys. Bless you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.